you as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Base. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step. Hey, team six. Let's go.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. Open man here, T.J. Jones. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Williams slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mahomes going to throw, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. On second down, here's Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
On first down, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check that. Finish early. Mike 91. Go. Let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Jim. Hey, Sunday.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Good
coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. They go play fake. Mahomes looking long for his tight end Reed. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go. 30 base.
On first down, Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Joe Mixon on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kevin King with a pick. Trying to get it to Landry there.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with a good field position they just took over with. Now Joe Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Another try for Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is
and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. 91 is the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. Buzz. I'm coming.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes complete to Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 16. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
That's what I do.
Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Scene 6. 91.
Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll run on first down. Mixon, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Whip. Watch the whip. Slam.
Leo.
Undercrunch.
Switch down.
On second down, Mixon. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. On third down, Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Two-jet bomber.
Switch gears.
Edwards now on first and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Leon Hall, the former Michigan man, in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they run with Mixon. Oh, nifty juke there. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Joe Mixon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On first down, Mahomes forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
15, 15.
91 is the mic.
Yellow.
I'm coming after you.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes steps away to his left. That second down play nets a -4.
I know you feel
He's pushed out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Out, 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 out.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
I don't need to. I don't need to.
91 is the mic.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
91 is the mic. Go. Go.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Haywood, ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
91 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 16.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
91 is the mic.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 91. 91.
Now Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, you got deep.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This complete to Jones. Past the 20. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. On 1st down, it's Williams. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
91 is the mic. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll set up the throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Check 91. 91 is
Yellow.
Mike 91.
Pick me up. Here we go. 91 is the mic.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Say
Yellow, yellow.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flush to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love it, ain't me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. I'll be custom soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job. Pull up, pull on. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket. Don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. Green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subject